It's the day of the Old Firm derby. Celtic are in great form, but Rangers not so much. We have a chance to extend the points gap to 17 today, which would in my opinion mean we are champions yet again. In today's video, we will go over all the latest Celtic news from the past 24 hours, which includes the massive deal the club are set to agree, as the January window is now open. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Celtic fans will have taken note of a significant change ahead of the upcoming derby at Ibrox. Rangers will be without their first-choice goalkeeper, Jack Butland. The Englishman, who has been a regular for the Light Blues this season, was hospitalised on Hogmanay due to what has been described as a significant internal bleed, according to reports. The 31-year-old keeper spent the night under medical care before being discharged earlier on New Year's Day, but is not deemed fit to take his place in goal for the Glasgow derby. While Rangers fans may see this as a setback, many Celtic supporters will not view this as a blow for their rivals. Butland has been under heavy criticism for his performances in recent weeks, particularly in Rangers' 2-2 draw with Motherwell at the weekend, where his errors were highlighted. Indeed, some Celtic fans were content with the idea of Butland starting the derby, given his struggles in previous Glasgow derbies. In fact, Celtic have faced backup keepers on a few occasions recently, with those stand-ins often outperforming their first-choice counterparts. This will likely temper any sense of overconfidence among the Hoops faithful. In Butland's absence, summer signing Liam Kelly will take the gloves for only the second time this season. The 27-year-old, a Rangers Youth Academy graduate, returned to Ibrox after spells at Queen's Park Rangers and Motherwell. His sole appearance this term came in December, when he kept a clean sheet in a 1-0 victory over Dundee after Butland pulled out of the match due to a personal matter. While Kelly lacks regular game time for Rangers, he does bring Premiership experience from his time at Motherwell. However, stepping into the intensity of a Glasgow derby will be a significant test of his composure and ability to handle pressure. For Celtic, the focus will remain on their own performance as they look to assert their dominance at the top of the league. However, with a backup goalkeeper between the posts for their rivals, it's another potential storyline in what promises to be a captivating clash at Ibrox. Now for the main story. Celtic are preparing to hold New Year discussions aimed at securing an improved contract for their star winger Nicholas Kuhn. The German international has been a standout performer for Brendan Rodgers' side. Kuhn has delivered an outstanding season so far with 14 goals and 11 assists in all competitions. The winger's form has drawn attention from clubs in England and Europe's top leagues, but Celtic remain in a strong position to retain their man. Kuhn's current deal, signed when he joined from Rapid Vienna in January 2024, already runs until 2029. While Kuhn's contract has plenty of time left, the terms are modest compared to those of Celtic's top earners. The club are keen to recognise his contributions and secure his services with a revised deal. Despite an injury-affected start to life at Celtic, the former Bayern Munich prospect has established himself as one of the Premiership's top players this season. Celtic's move to renegotiate Kuhn's deal aligns with their broader strategy of securing long-term contracts for key players. Recent examples include extensions for Alistair Johnston, Cameron Carter-Vickers, and Matt O'Reilly. While these deals don't always guarantee players will stay for the full term, they do strengthen Celtic's negotiating position when Europe's elite clubs come calling, as exampled when Matt broke Celtic's transfer record in the summer. As the Glasgow derby at Ibrox approaches, Kuhn is expected to play a key role for Celtic. Today's clash, kicking off at 3 p.m, will be another opportunity for the informed winger to showcase his talent. In other news, Celtic midfielder Odin Thiago Holm looks set to depart Parkhead on loan during the January transfer window, with MLS side LAFC emerging as the frontrunners for his signature. Holm joined Celtic in the summer of 2023 with high expectations, touted as a future star for the club. However, his time in Glasgow has not gone as planned. The 21-year-old Norwegian has struggled for game time, making just 16 appearances since his arrival, only 3 of which have come this season, totaling a mere 24 minutes on the pitch. But the 3 appearances did come in Celtic's first 3 league matches of the season, but he's been out of every single league squad since with a calf injury. Compounding matters, Holm was left out of Celtic's Champions League squad, an omission that signalled his diminishing role under Brendan Rodgers. While European clubs are reportedly monitoring Holm's situation, it is LAFC who are leading the race to secure his services. According to Sunsport, the MLS outfit is keen on a loan deal, though the exact duration of the potential move remains unclear. LAFC's interest aligns with a growing trend of MLS clubs snapping up young European talent, offering players a fresh environment to rediscover their form. For Holm, it could represent a crucial opportunity to reignite his career. Holm's potential loan move could benefit all parties. Celtic would gain clarity on whether the midfielder has a future at the club, while Holm himself would get the regular game time he desperately needs. Despite his limited impact at Parkhead, Holm still possesses the talent that made him a sought-after prospect when he joined Celtic. A successful loan spell could either pave the way for his return to the hoops with renewed confidence, or position him for a permanent transfer elsewhere. Celtic's packed midfield options have undoubtedly played a role in Holm's struggles. With players like Callum McGregor, Rayo Hatate, Arne Engels, Luke McCowan and Paulo Bernardo excelling in the engine room, opportunities for fringe players have been scarce. The potential signing of additional midfielders in January could further limit Holm's prospects at the club. It looks like Holm is set to join Stephen Welsh in the January loans out of Celtic, with the defender set for some time in Belgium. Lastly, Greg Taylor's Celtic future remains uncertain. His current Parkhead contract expires at the end of the season and no renewal has yet to be agreed upon. Manager Brendan Rodgers has continually stated his desire to keep the 27-year-old at the club, although transfer interest is growing in Taylor. On New Year's Eve, it emerged that he is a shock target for Croatian champions Dinamo Zagreb. New boss Fabio Cannavaro reportedly has the left-back high on his wish list of potential signings. According to Record Sport, though, Celtic remain in negotiations with Taylor and his representatives over a new deal. Despite the Zagreb interest, boss Rodgers is hopeful an extension can be agreed upon, but there has been no breakthrough in talks so far. A homegrown player who has just shy of 200 appearances for Celtic, keeping the Scotland international around at the club would cause no harm. Taylor has been a reliable performer for the champions over the past few years, yet some, perhaps rightly, question his credentials to be first-choice left-back at Parkhead. He will likely start at Ibrox this afternoon and regularly does in big games. He is a useful player, and Rodgers' desire to keep him around says a lot. Equally, most supporters won't be entirely disappointed if the defender doesn't renew his deal. Celtic fans, what are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let us know down in the comment section below. That does bring us to the end of today's video. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you